All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. I want to give a double honor to the elders and the apostles who rule well, and the salutations to the Akim, pushing his truth in sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm the call Yasharala, coming out of the GMS Lions Den camp, and this is an open rebuke on a man from Philly, a so-called pastor. The Most High didn't call him, but this guy OMAR THIBEAUX. I looked up his last name for the Akim in my camp. It's French. It's French in origin, and it is pronounced THIBEAUX instead of THIBEAUX. It's pronounced THIBEAUX. You know, just to let the Akim in my camp know that, and anybody else that's probably was researching or heard this man speaking on YouTube. But anyways, the thing is, you know, this fool says that the laws are done away with and you don't have to follow them, and that he's going to basically block the law from being spoken or taught in where he's so-called speaking at. Basically, he's saying he's going against the law. The law is done away with, you don't need to follow it, and then I'm going to block the law when it's being spoken, and anybody that's coming preaching the law and talking about the law is a cult. Yo, false prophet, you in a cult. You are part of a cult. Anyways, this guy's teaching contrary to the scriptures, and he's going to get paid back for that. The Most High is going to recompense him for that. You know, he teaching that you don't have to follow the laws. And, you know, with that being said, this is Matthew chapter 5, verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. So, I mean, THIBEAUX, you teaching people that you don't have to keep the laws, and the laws are done away with, and that you're gonna block people. You're gonna be called least in the kingdom of the Most High. You already least in this kingdom as well. You just think you got something, because you know you lying to people. You know your profession is a lawyer, and a lawyer is a professional liar. So you just transition that over into the harlot houses, and you making merchandise of the people. But you're gonna be called least in the kingdom, because 9 out of 10, the Most High got you set up to do what you're doing so you could be destroyed. So when you come back, you will be shamed, and you will be called least in the kingdom. Why would you want to be called least in the kingdom of the Most High? You already least in this kingdom, in Esau's kingdom. You already least. Anyway, let's keep reading. But whosoever shall teach, whoever shall do and teach them, shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So you coming against the men of the Lord that the Most High set up, that's teaching that you're supposed to follow the law, statutes, commandment. Those men are going to be called great in the kingdom of heaven. They might be called least in this kingdom, which is Esau's kingdom, but in the Most High's kingdom, they're going to be called great, and you're going to be called least, because you teaching contrary to the scriptures, and you're going to get recompense for that. Anyways, my next move, that was just something that I started out with. As a matter of fact, let me see what else I can pull out from that. This is Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Beware, THIBEAUX, you a false prophet. You a ravening wolf in sheep's clothing. You look like you harmless, but you harming the people. You know, you feeding the people spiritual pork. You feeding the people, the children of Israel, spiritually unclean food, saying the laws are done away with and you don't have to follow them. That's wrong, and you wrong. Verse 16, ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? You know, you by your fruits, man. And by your fruits, what you speaking out, what is coming out of you, that's defiling you. We know you're not a man of the Lord. By your fruits, by what you teaching, about what you saying. Verse 17, Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. You a corrupt tree, THIBEAUX. You bringing forth evil fruit. You wrong. You don't teach contrary to, you don't supposed to teach contrary to the scriptures. You supposed to teach according to the scriptures. And you ain't bringing forth no good fruit. You bringing forth evil fruit. That evil fruit is you lying to the people and you leading them contrary. You wicked and they wicked for following you. Verse 19. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Every tree that bringeth forth not good fruit is hewn down, cut down. You're going to get cut down, THIBEAUX, if you don't get your mind right and get right with the Most High. And you're going to be thrown into the fire. But as I said earlier, you probably already set up to be thrown into the fire. So you just going to keep teaching them lies that you teach. Verse 20. Wherefore there by their fruits ye shall know them, and we know you by your fruits. You're not teaching right. You're not teaching according to the scriptures. Verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. You don't do the will of the Father which is in heaven. You do the will of man. You do the will of telling people that the laws are done away with and you don't have to follow them, and you're going to block the laws from being taught, and you coming against the laws. We're supposed to follow the laws to the best of our abilities. The laws are not done away with. Verse 22, many shall say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name have done many wonderful works? See, when it's time for you to catch hell, you're going to be one of the main ones pleading and begging to the Most High. Didn't I do in your name? Didn't it? No, you didn't. According to verse 23, and then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. See, you working iniquity, and the Most High is going to tell you to depart from him. You're going to get dealt with, THIBEAUX. You're a false prophet, and you leading people wrong. Anyways, let's go back. That was just a beginning. But anyways, I'm Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 29. The secret things belong unto the Lord Yahweh our power, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. The secret things belong to the Lord. It's some things that we don't know. Those are the secret things of the Most High, and they belong to him. But another thing, he revealeth his secrets unto his prophets, the ones that he raised up. What are his secrets? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of his laws. Anyways, let me keep reading. But those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of the law. The laws are revealed to the children of Israel. We are supposed to do according to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Verse Shalakia, chapter 30 of Deuteronomy. I'm going to read verse 10. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law, and if thou turn unto the Lord Yahweh thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul. Again, we are to keep his commandments and statutes and his law. The law is not done away with, THIBEAUX. Stop telling people the law is done away with. You wrong. This is the same chapter, verse 17. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other powers or other gods and serve them, I will denounce you this day, that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it. If you turn away your heart from the law, the Most High will denounce you, and you shall surely perish, and your days will not be prolonged on this earth. So your time is coming, THIBEAUX. The laws are not done away with. I'm reading Deuteronomy. The first 5 books are the law. This is the law. Like, you bear with me. This is Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse 12. Gather the people together, men and women and children, and thy stranger that is within thy gates, that they may hear and that they may learn and fear the Lord Yahweh, your power, and observe to do all the words of his law. We are supposed to do all the words of his law to the best of our ability, because we in these chains of darkness. So we're not going to be able to follow 613 commandments and laws and statutes. We're not going to be able to do it. Not in this state we in. But nonetheless, you're supposed to gather the people together to tell them according to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, which you are not doing. And you're going to perish for that. You know, you telling people it's cool to eat pork. You telling people it's cool that you don't have to follow the laws, that you don't have to abide by the laws. The laws are done away with. You telling people, oh, I'm gonna block the laws from being taught in my church. Man, you are the head of a harlot house. And you lied to the people just like you lie in the courthouses, because you're a lawyer. And a lawyer ain't nothing but a professional liar. You get paid to lie, and you getting paid to lie to them people. And you making merchandise of the people as well. And you're gonna get dealt with for that. This is Joshua chapter 1, verse 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law, which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. Again, the book of Joshua. Do according to the law. You don't go left, you don't go right. You follow the law, you will prosper. But no, you ain't following the law, THIBEAUX. You telling people it's cool to break the laws and statutes and commandments of the Most High. You telling people it's all right to be disobedient to the Father and to not listen to him. You think you right. The Most High is not dealing with you. You are a false prophet. You are a wolf in sheep clothing, leading the people astray. The blind lead the blind. Y'all both gonna fall in the ditch. You wicked and your following is wicked. But nonetheless, it's a possibility that the elect could be upon your congregation. And the Most High gonna wake up his elect. He gonna deliver the righteous from wrath. Verse 8 of Joshua. This is the book of the law. Salakia, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Yet again, the law is not done away with. We are supposed to do according to the law, that we may be prosperous. Following the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High prolongs your life. The law is light. It guides your feet. It shows you how to walk according to the Most High. But no, you misleading the people, THIBEAUX, and you gonna get judged for that. I ain't your friend. I ain't nobody friend. I ain't no. If you a scoffer or a scorner, I'm not cool with you. I'm not your friend. I'm not gonna edify you. I'm gonna cut you with the scriptures because you need to be cut. If you don't like it, take it up with the Most High. He called me to this. I didn't call me to this. This is Joshua chapter 22, verse 5. But take diligent heed to do the commandment and the law, which Moses, the servant of the Lord Yahweh, charged you, to love the Lord your power, and to walk in his way, all his ways, and to keep his commandments, and to cleave unto him, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul. Be diligent to take heed. Be diligent to pay attention. To do the laws, to walk in the laws, to walk in the commandments of the Most High, his statutes. And you teaching people contrary, THIBEAUX. And you gonna catch hell for that, man. You gonna catch supreme hell for that. Anyways, this is 2 Kings chapter 17, verse 13. Yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes, according to all the law which I commanded your fathers, which I sent to you by my servants the prophets. Yet again, we are supposed to follow the laws. We're supposed to walk according to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. The prophets spoke it, the prophets of old spoke it, and the prophets of today speaking the same thing, and you come and talking about, no, I'm gonna come against that. I'm gonna block that. Man, you wrong. This is 17 and 37, the 2 Kings. And the statutes and the ordinance and the law and the commandments which he wrote for you, ye shall observe to do forevermore, and ye shall not fear other powers. You should not respect other powers. The laws and statutes was the laws and statutes and commandments were written for our learning. They were written in the days of old so that we can observe to do them, and we should not go off from them. And we should not be teaching people that the laws are done away with, because that's wrong. We're supposed to do them forever. But again, in these chains of darkness, this flesh, we ain't gonna be able to walk 100% completely right according to the law, but we can walk up to the best of our abilities. That much is possible. But you teaching people wrong. And you need to get your mind right before you get burnt. But again, you proud, so you might not, so you probably ain't gonna do it. This is Psalms 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord, Yahweh, is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The law of the Lord is perfect. Following the law, statutes, commandments is perfect. It converts the soul. It converts the soul to what? To doing right. The testimony of the Lord, Yahweh, is sure, making wise the simple. See, when you simple and you follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, it make you wise. It make you wise up. It give you wisdom. Verse 8, the statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord Yahweh is pure, enlightening the eyes. These laws, these statutes, these commandments, which you are telling people not to follow, are beneficial, and they are good. They make you wise. They enlighten you. They make your path clear. You know, man, I'm really sick of you pastors You so-called men of the Lord telling people contrary to the scriptures. This is Psalm 78, verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children. We are commanded to follow the laws. The laws were made known. The law was made known in Jacob, which is Israel, which is us. 2/3 and the 1/3. The elect too, the whole nation. But nah, you want to be wicked, and you want to teach people contrary to the laws, but you wrong. And every scripture I done brought out so far don't say nowhere and have came up nowhere the laws that are done away with, because they are not. This is Psalms 105:45. That they might observe his statutes and keep his laws. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. I'm gonna go up a verse. You know what? I'm gonna start at 42. For he remembered his holy promise in Abraham his servant, and he brought forth his people with joy, and his chosen with gladness. Israel is the chosen. And gave them the lands of the heathen. They inherited the labor of the people. That they might observe his statutes and keep his laws. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. We are supposed to observe his commandments and his statutes and keep his laws. The law is not done away with, as you are teaching people. But, you know, you in the congregation of the dead, so you're going to remain in the dead. We're going to see what it be like when it's time for you to get judged. We're going to see if you still teaching the people that the laws are done away with in the day of that power. You're going to still stand up on the podium in a harlot house and say that BS coming out your face. You a reverse toilet, man. You spewing out trash. I want to